everyone, this is SMB, and today I'm gonna be sharing y'all a Sonic the Hedgehog Son of a Glitch reaction. So I've reacted to different Mario games, Son of a Glitch videos. It was Mario Kart Wii, then it was Super Mario Galaxy, which I'm willing to see the movie version of it. Then it was Super Mario 64, along with Vine Sauce or Vinny, Super Mario 64 Corruptions, and now we are gonna be looking at a Sonic the Hedgehog Son of a Glitch video. So I know it's been a really long time finding this channel, this Glitch channel, and watching this channel, but today we're not gonna be all that surprised anymore. But I mean, I have played Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in my past videos, which is part of my Sega Genesis gameplays. So how much glitches are there's gonna be in both of the games? How much glitches? Like, are we gonna see like well, it's not like Super Mario 64, because Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is like mainly focusing on, like, it's not a first person view, it's more like a, I don't know if it's either second point of view or third point of view type of game. But yeah, Sonic only just moved forward, okay, and that's it. He just moved forward and backwards, and by forward I mean like to the right or to the left. Yeah, it's not one of those games where you just like explore everywhere, or like when you're in first person, or yeah, something like that. But this is Sonic the Hedgehog Son of a Glitch reaction, and enjoy.
Son of a glitch.
Son of a glitch!
Sonic
gotta
the
go
Hedgehog,
dash, kids!
All, and while it's not as glitchy
Gotta
as certain
dash,
later
kids!
entries into the series, it's still got its fair
they
share
showing
of
Sonic
glitches.
Boom.
First off, let's take a look at zipping. A zip
that's
is the result of Sonic being
Libra
stuck inside
stage.
a wall, which isn't a normal gameplay element. Once inside a wall, the collision detection pushes Sonic in the opposite direction to the one you press, so holding left on the D-pad pushes Sonic right, and vice versa. Since collision detection is designed to prevent you entering walls in the first place, pushing left against a wall makes the game push you back to the right to stop Sonic being embedded in the wall. And in doing so, Sonic travels much faster than he can in normal gameplay. Knowing this, there are a few parts of the game where we can exploit this zip technique. For instance, in Marble Zone Act 2, at the very beginning, we can get inside this wall by getting Sonic to the very edge of this rising platform and balancing on a specific pixel like this. When the platform reaches the correct height, frame, and Sonic will it takes a few seconds for the game's camera to catch up. This is known as a horizontal underflow glitch or a level run. Imagine the stage of pixels, with pixel 1 at the very beginning of the stage, and then pixels 2, 3, 4, and so forth. When Sonic moves at this speed, he goes beyond that initial pixel and into pixel.
I know Sonic is fast and everything, but I didn't expect
makes it possible to completely act in a
him to beat the time.
Here's the trick in slow motion to get an idea of the frame perfect timing that makes this glitch work.
Yo, is this even legal?
Its sprite gets glitched out along with this random wall to the right.
Whoa! Oh my God! You just broke the game.
If you balance on the edge of this rising platform, you can get inside the wall. You need to wait until the rising platform on your right is nearest the floor, and left on the D-pad. You'll see Sonic is now back against that platform.
Do you get like some sort of reward or something for beating the game in like 11
jump? And once again, Sonic will be zipped, this time all the way to Robotnik where the screen locks.
What?
Springyard Zone Act 3 has these moving blocks that you can push yourself into the wall if you hold down, and then when you can no longer see Sonic on screen,
I never knew that. I never knew I could do that.
Oh, jump, and then only when Sonic is falling, press right to enter this wall. Jump again and then hold left and keep holding left and jumping until you reach this area under the half pipe. Here, press the start button and left at the same time to pause buffer 1 frame and move Sonic 1 tile to our right and then unpause. Then repeat this by pressing the start button and right at the same time to buffer us 1 frame left. Now we need to jump on the very next frame, so unpause and jump a split second after and Sonic will fall down again. And then simply hold left and this lands Sonic quite away into the act. In Labyrinth Zone Act 2, pressing this button and standing on the moving platform like this puts Sonic inside the wall, and then simply holding left pushes Sonic to the end of the act.
I've never been
Labyrinth these zips.
Yeah.
This platform drops downwards, and
I've never gotten to the Starlight level either.
Like this, and then tap right on the correct frame, Sonic once again zips left, hits the start of the act, and arrives at the end.
Oh my God, my brain!
Sonic's feet meet this dark green line here as the platform moves down. Starlight Zone Act 2 has an even crazier trick. At the beginning of the act, we need to jump inside this ramp like so, and then once inside, we can use pause button to get in position. Press the start button and left at the same time to move
I've heard this music before
when
I was playing Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Now we need to tap right and jump.
They were showing like main menus, and I played like a card game.
Zip right, jump, and to the end of the stage in 16 seconds. The same trick can be used in Act 3 with this ramp. The inputs are the same as Act 2, the only thing that changes are the sprite tiles below, and the timing is also the same as Act 2. And this zip boss
God! What the hell is going on?
These moving platforms can push you inside the wall, and then tapping left and jumping slightly
you can easily save your rings like that?
After tapping left clears this shield.
I mean, if you die by Eggman,
don't jump, you'll get stopped in your tracks by the shield box, and then you're stuck here, and you'll have to reset the game.
Remind you, there's checkpoints. You don't be getting any checkpoints.
Once you're inside the wall, go to the right.
If you die by Eggman, you have to start the way the hell over.
Shortcut. Act 3 has an even better shortcut.
What's a scrap brain? I've never
this part after the platform was moved into position. Push against these walls and then run back towards the ramp, and you'll see Sonic moves into the ramp and begins pushing. Now turn left to push against the ramp, and Sonic will move downwards, allowing us to get inside this wall. Head right, jump, and then hold left, and Sonic will be on the other side of the wall. Jump
technically,
on the screen and so that's Andy just say Sonic the Hedgehog, but what about the other glitches in the game?
Of
Here's
gaming?
what you may have encountered in regular gameplay. If Sonic touches spikes, loses rings, and bounces into spikes again, he dies. This is because of a lack of invincibility frames which should be present but aren't, resulting
He should be blinking, bro! Sonic should be blinking, bro!
Now, it's debatable if this was intended or not, but seeing
he should be blinking once he got hurt.
Assumed it was in fact a glitch.
But he just
there are some solid
dies so
instantly.
instantly.
Sonic to jump without his usual
like
jumping animation, resulting
I rather
in
game for gaming characters
to happen.
In most cases, once they get hurt,
but every now
they blink.
Like what?
They blink.
I want that ring
for a amount of time.
I need it
before
in Green Hill Zone Act 1. If you hit these S
I need it
hasn't gotten into position, and you hit the kill plane at the bottom of the screen, and you die. A similar thing happens in Marble Zone Act 1 when you push this block.
Before the blinking stops.
Without rolling, as mentioned earlier, you get hit and fall to the ground here, and the camera gets completely confused and you lose a life. In Starlight Zone Act 1, the same kind of thing happens if you go above the screen by getting hit by this Orbanaut. In Marble Zone, you can duck on this platform that goes across the lava, and Sonic will go through this solid wall, which usually pushes you off. In Labyrinth Zone Act 2, if you pass the point of screen lock, which happens before reaching the signpost at the end of an act, go back towards the left of the screen and the signpost will unload, which means you'll end up just being stuck at the end of the stage. But this area has another weird glitch. When you end the stage normally and then duck to pan the camera down, the game will crash with an illegal instruction exception, and the only thing left to do then is reset the console. At the end of an act, if you jump at the same time the results screen appears, you can maintain control of Sonic whilst the results add up. When you open the capsule containing animals in every third act,
not only you have to reset the console, but you also have to reset the whole entire zone stages.
In Labyrinth Zone Act 3, you have these tunnels that carry Sonic along the current as he grabs these poles. If you have one life remaining, drown whilst holding onto the pole and Sonic will let go and fly into the spikes, effectively losing another life. But check out
I think that's where I got stuck on!
It's glitched out, but this counter represents 255 lives. Anytime you pick up an extra life, when the ends and the stage music fades back in,
are there any life monitors on the Libra stage?
Now the percussion track to the music isn't playing. One of the most fun things about the original Sonic the Hedgehog is the access to debug, where you can place object sprites around already existing stages. To access this, for anybody who doesn't know, at the top of the screen, press up C, down C, left C, right C, and then press A and start, and hold them until you see Sonic in the stage.
Sonic is
okay, now we have debug mode. Let's see what stuff we can do. In Green Hill Zone Act 2, go down here at the start of the stage and just drop Sonic on these spikes. And because Sonic cannot die from spikes in debug mode, he'll bounce on this spot infinitely. Pretty much anytime Sonic interacts with spikes while in debug mode, it's fun to watch. In Labyrinth Zone, if you place poles here above the moving platforms and then move from left to right to build up speed, Sonic should grab the pole but be moved by the platforms too, and he'll just be carried off holding on to nothing. There's an area in Labyrinth Zone Act 3 that can literally kill you if you enter it. This would be on the way to fight Robotnik, but seeing as this part of the stage scrolls infinitely upwards during the boss and we've entered it without loading it correctly, the game must think we've fallen out of bounds. But instead of the stage restarting, we get stuck here forever. In Green Hill Zone Act 3, collect 50 rings, then cycle through the different sprites until you arrive at the giant ring. Head into the boss fight and then change to the giant ring, which you'll now see has become glitched out. Looks like I messed Robotnik up pretty bad this time.
God, my brain
you might want to get that looked at. And then I accidentally went inside the giant ring I placed and got stuck. Giant rings only work when another stage loads, so I guess I'm screwed. And finally, here's another way to get yourself stuck. In the final zone, hit Robotnik 7 times in the boss fight as normal, but on the 8th hit, make sure you hit Robotnik twice, and you'll know if you did because you'll hear it. When this happens, it interrupts the cycle for the end of the boss, then sets the hit counter to 255 and begins the boss fight all over again. Because the timer will run out long before you hit Robotnik 255 times, you're stuck here unless you die or wait 10 minutes, whatever comes first. Anyway, that's it for Sonic the Hedgehog, and there are some cool glitches you guys can go and try out. And if you like this episode, hit that like button, share it with everyone you know and love, but most importantly, please subscribe if you want to see more from the series. Head over to the Facebook page for the show. I post updates and sneak peeks to upcoming episodes and keep you guys in the know about all things Son of a Glitch. Or you guys can follow me on Twitter and keep updated that way. Also, I stream on Twitch whilst making episodes, so you guys should check me out there too. You know, if you want to.
Oh, just why? Why my brain cells, man? Why? That's all I had to say is why my brain cells have to hurt like this. Why my brain cells gotta hurt so bad? Oh my god, I'm so mind blown! Mind blown as fuck, man. Well, that's my Sonic the Hedgehog, Son of a Glitch, reaction. Hope you enjoyed this. Oh my god, this is so terrifying. This is one terrifying of a tutorial gameplay. Oh my god, that you just shared with us. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck did we just experience? Wow, I'm speechless as fuck. I have no words, guys. I just have no words. I'll see y'all on my Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Son of a Glitch reaction. So I guess he saved our lives, but in the most terrifying way of playing Sonic games. He saved our lives, basically beating the whole zone stage in 11 seconds with no checkpoints. Is this guy even human, bro? That's the terrifying question to ask or to answer. Is Andy human? Is he human? Damn it! This guy have so many secrets. I need to know now.